right, y'all. So I'm back. I'm ended up having to do this all back over with. Apparently, y'all couldn't hear me because I had my audio on, but I had it turned all the way down. Okay, so hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm gonna go ahead and get through this real quick since I done already filmed it. I already did it and was pretty much talking to myself. So let's go ahead and get into it real quick. Y'all see the title. Um, a Russian urges nuclear strike on New York and London. So we're gonna be talking about is this individual who used to be he's a Russian American, okay, because he was a former U.S. Army officer, okay, and he abandoned the U.S. and went to Russia in the 90s. So he did an interview giving out his opinion of what should happen. But this goes back to what I've been saying, that you don't know who's already over here, what they mentality, what they could be thinking, what they could be planning when it comes to, because we have so many different people over here, okay? So he did an interview, and it say amid the ongoing Russian or Ukraine war, Russian Putin, this man right here, I cannot say his name, pronounce his name, okay? It's Russian. I'm guessing it's Russian. Recently said Moscow is already at war with the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which is NATO, adding that it should retaliate by striking cities like New York and London with a nuclear weapon. Now, this is his mindset, this is his opinion, and this is what he openly put out there in an interview. Now, like I said, he's a former U.S. Army officer that went to Russia in the 90s, okay? And he repeatedly referred to the U.S. as the enemy of Russia, accusing it of wanting to destroy the Russian people during an appearance on Russian media program hosted by Roman, whoever that is. All right, so it clearly he's, already said. First of all, because nobody's saying that, let me make sure I'm not repeating myself. Can y'all hear me? Can somebody give me a thumbs up to let me know if you can hear me? You hear me? Never mind. My daughter let me know. All right. So it said here on Saturday, Julia Davis, founder of the watchdog group Russian Media Monitor, shared a clip to X. Y'all know X is Twitter, okay, formerly known as Twitter, of this man's interview, in which he repeatedly dehumanized Americans and said these are not people, these are animals. Okay, so that's what he think of us. So that tells you right there, a lot of people may agree, a lot of people may not agree. That is fine. That's why I say I'm gonna be quick about this, give y'all the article, give you the information. You kind of discern, use your discernment and your mind to see through, what's going on. Because I tell you, something ain't right. Look at how I don't know if y'all follow this or not, but I told you, in order to know what's going on, you gotta pay attention to these other countries. You got to, because just like this man is over there saying that they should do this, he's putting that ideal out there, that advice, he giving advice on nuking somewhere over here. You gotta pay attention to what they're doing. You gotta pay attention to how this man used to be over here, used to be an army officer, but look at his mindset towards over here now. Look where he's located. So look at what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. Now, Russia started this war with Ukraine, but now it look like things is different. Ukraine is inching further and further and further. They done took a lot of grounds and all this, but Russia ain't did much or nothing. Why is Russia so quiet when it comes to what Ukraine is doing right now? Then you look at Israel. Look what Israel did. And Iran still haven't retaliated in the way that they was looking for them to do. So why are they being quiet? I don't think it's for a good reason. I don't think it's for a good reason. And a lot of places, a lot of countries is mad that we are supplying weapons and funds and stuff to these countries. So they're even madder now with us. So what with the US is, when I say, so you got to look at everything. The only thing that we can do is continue to try to prepare as much as possible, making sure that we have some of the things that we need. We will not always have everything, but you got to look at, if these people try to carry out whatever it is they feel they want to carry out, you can't say, you don't know how that's going, what the outcome will be. You don't know how that will play out. So the best thing to try to do is just try to make sure you have some things, so you ain't got to be out, you ain't got to be going to stores, you ain't got to be doing it. And then you got to look at, what if imports can't come in? What if things cannot come in? Supplies and stuff. That's gonna be a whole issue. People gonna be panicking. And you got some of these younger people out here and older people that think it's a game. When stuff like that happens, they make memes of it. They make jokes of it. You can be in the middle of a smackdown war and you still got people act joking and stuff until it get down to the nitty gritty where they ain't got no food and stuff. And now it's not a joking thing. They want to come and take. And you got to look at all those things happens when there are disasters or issues or whatever the case may be. This person put their what they feel like should happen out there. You don't know what his reasons was to even do that interview and say that. You don't know. It's a lot of games that's played when it comes to these people and what they say and stuff. It's almost like I'm giving you a hint, I'm throwing it out there, but then I'm taking it back. That's what it seems like they're playing. So you just don't know. But for them to, actually be bold enough to do an interview, knowing that, everybody will see it and hear what they have to say and hearing how they actually feel, you might want to make sure you're getting you extra supplies in your house. Simple as that. Like I say, a lot won't agree. That is fine. My job is to let you see what I see, what's going on, keep you updated, and if you take it as a grain of salt, then that's you. However way you want to say it or put it. If that's how you feel about it, then that's going to be you. Because see, my gut is not going to suffer because you didn't do what you were supposed to do for your gut. I'm not going to suffer for not having some supplies because you don't feel the need of getting supplies for you, getting things here and there, paying attention to what's going on. I'm not going to be thirsty if I can help it, just because, maybe thirsty for another reason, but I ain't gonna be thirsty if I can help it just because you didn't stock up on water. That's every man for themselves, but the proof is in the pudding. They putting it out there. They showing you there is so much going on. They're showing you that this thing is not a game. So much is going on in these other countries, but one thing for sure, they do not like NATO. They do not like NATO, and they're putting it out there. We already know it, but they're getting even more mad due to the help that is being given to the countries that they are enemies to. So you got to pay attention. And that's why we have to protect our families, because others choose not to listen or pay attention to what's really going on. Shucks, my daughters laugh at me, but I'm doing this for my grandkids. Lena, I understand. And when stuff happened, like when the war first started, there was so many memes and stuff on TikTok and on here, on this platform, on Facebook, so many memes, people dancing till there's a war and all that. I mean, it's just crazy. It's like people don't know how to take things serious, be playful when it's time to be playful, and get serious when it's time to be serious. And right now you have to pay attention to what these other places is doing and saying, because we get a lot of goods from places, we get a lot of parts from places. We, our grains and stuff come from, look when the war first broke out, what were they saying? Wheat was going to go up because our grains and this, that, and the other. But you got to look at too, if something were to happen and imports, shipments cannot get in, something is going on where shipments cannot go in. Look, they already in one of them countries I read, I'm not going to say it because I don't know which country, but I know I read it recently where they tried to damage the water system. You can't say, oh, that won't never happen, that won't never happen. Take out that water, you ain't gonna grow nothing. You going to need water to drink. You're gonna need water to stay clean. These are things that you need. So look at how, and that's why I say this person was right over here, and look how he feel. But when you go in some of these stores, now listen to me and follow me very well. I know back home we call it the juice store. Okay? Some of you may got some juice stores on the corner or whatnot. When you go in there, and you're going to have to follow me on this. When you go in some of them stores, when I go back to Mississippi, it's a lot of them that came up. When we go to New York to visit a Rondé family, there's a lot of them there. When you go in to these juice stores, they are from other places. The owners are from other places. So you if you get what I'm saying, people, all type of people is over here, and you don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what they're thinking. And it goes back to our food. All these recalls, I've been telling y'all, we've been talking about recalls for what? Months now? And they just coming every day. And it's like the same thing. If it ain't foreign materials in it, it's rodents, feces or whatever. That was the rice. It's listeria or salmonella. You can't tell me that every single thing that's got something to deal with with different stuff is coming up with the same type of stuff. No. So I'm like, who is in these factories working? Who is in these factories working? But we don't know. All we can do is try to do what we can do to have, and like I say, we would never be prepared completely. We could prepare, and God forbid we could lose everything we stock up. But at the end of the day, you can say that you tried. Some people is not even trying. Some people don't even want to pay attention to what's right in front of their faces. It's the reason why the news is putting out what's going on in other countries and stuff. You can go on a lot of these news things, and you're going to find these articles just like I did. That's why I put it up here, and I be showing y'all the articles, is so you can see it for yourself, because there's so many people come up, oh, that's fake, oh, that's this, just bumping their gums about stuff they don't even know. Don't even know what they're talking about because they ain't took the time to look it up. Those are the people that's going to come and try to take what you have stocked back and put back for you and your family. Because everything is a game, and it's playful. It's playful. Yes, because there is a time and place for everything. And this is not the time to play with precious time. To get things together like bathroom. You're not going to be able to use your toilet. But exactly, Lena, exactly. We don't know who's working in factories. You're right. Exactly. And so I know I've been saying it, and I know it sounds like a broken record. I say it over and over, but y'all have to understand too. When I'm saying things over and over, it's because I get new people that come to this channel. New people that comes. They ain't never saw now one of my videos, probably didn't even know what I was talking about. So sometimes I have to repeat myself. So I know it's probably sounding like a broken record when I say We don't know who's here. We don't know who's in these factories. We don't know their mindset. We don't know, we don't know. It's a reason why I keep saying that, because it's the truth. We don't know. You gotta, when you in stores and stuff, you gotta watch who in front of you, who behind you, who on the side of you, who's around you in the general space, because you don't know. But we know these people is they have something wrong with them to think the way that they do, and it's just, what can you do? I know if something were to happen, I don't want to have to run to no stores. I don't want to have to run to no stores and deal with the chaos, I don't want to have to deal with that. There's people out there whom are focused on Mela and her rather than inflation. Well, you know what? I wouldn't call her campaign stupid. Because everybody have their, their rights and opinion for who they go for, because people can call the other person campaign stupid, So this is just, I mean, that kind of comes one sided, like it clearly shows what side you may be on, but that's fine. That's your right. But I feel like I mean, I don't vote or nothing. I don't. I tell what's going on, but I don't vote. I don't get into none of that. When it comes to stuff like that, it's a race, and people is trying. This party is trying to win. This party is trying to win. So so much. Yeah, whoever in, they can decide to do what they want to do or not do what they want to do. They may say I'm gonna do this and don't do that. That's their right. We have no control over that. We really don't. You could go vote for whoever you want. That don't mean if they win, they're gonna go in and do fully everything that they say they're going to do, and that's with both parties. So, um, are you saying you said what happened? You cut off. Should wait for you to come back. Okay, hold on. If I cut off, you may have to go out and come back in. For some reason, it does that. Just go out and come back in. And it should. I'm using OBS, y'all. And this is what happens sometimes. Anytime you're watching and it go out and come back in, sometimes that's just what it do. I can't do nothing about this software that does that. But in order to show y'all on the screen, I am using it for that reason. Tatiana, go in my live and see if it's back up. I think they can hear me, but I think the live cut out. You are? Okay, well, that's when you say I don't know, I guess some people think cut out. But y'all, I am going to go ahead and get off in here. I wanted to just bring that article to y'all attention. To let this is how this individual feel. This is what he said. According to this article, this is what he said. This is how he feel. But putting that out there and saying stuff like that, that is just wrong. Everybody needs to stay safe as possible. Be vigilant, because you don't know what people are planning. What their mindsets are, or anything like that. So y'all, I'm sorry if this cut out. Like I say, I'm using OBS, and this is just what happens sometimes. Also, when I end my live streams, and just say you came in at the end and you go back in, give it a few minutes after it ended, because I noticed with OBS, sometimes it'll just start it right at the end of the live stream, because I guess it have to cycle through. So give it a few minutes after I end a live stream like this, before you try to go in to watch the replay, because for some reason it's doing it, and I think it's just the fact that, you know, this type of software, that's what happens. But no, the live did not end. It probably went out if it was let me see. I don't know if y'all hear me. If you're live and you may have to go out and come back in, okay? I may just have to go back to doing the regular live screens for information like this. I may just have to do that and just give y'all the article, and you have to look it up yourself to keep this from happening. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, y'all. Y'all be safe, and I will